Good day, everybody. I am the Anthropologist next door, and this is RANThropology, where we will be talking about and ranting about everything and anything that pisses me off with our own culture. So, if you have been online and maintain a social media account, I'm very sure that at least once you've been told, ikaw na lang ang maging presidente. Ikaw na lang ang maging presidente. Ikaw na lang ang maging presidente. Well, it could be for a variety of reasons ranging from politics to the latest love team splitting up to the most popular social media craze. As long as there is an argument, you are sure that it will end with, ang dami mong reklamo, ikaw na lang ang maging presidente. But, has anyone actually told you how? It is always ikaw na lang ang maging presidente, but never, paano ka kaya magiging presidente? But fret not, because today, we will be answering that because I will be sharing to you how to get elected in 5 easy steps. Now I'm sure that you're probably thinking, well, it can't be that simple. Well, according to history, it really is. You only need 5 steps to be able to be elected and be on your merry way to ruling whatever kingdom it is that you're planning to rule. So if you are curious or running for public office next year, well, sit back and take notes because these will be your key to success. Step 1. Be a hero. Yes, it is that simple. Be a hero. Who better to lead and represent the populace than someone who embodies the best of us? We all love larger-than-life heroes. But Neil, I'm not a Kryptonian. I wasn't bitten by a radioactive spider. I didn't fall in the tub of toxic waste. I cannot fly or have X-ray vision. How can I be a hero? How can it be that simple if being a hero means that I should die for a greater cause? I can't be president when I'm dead. Well, I'll let you in on a little secret. You don't need to actually have superpowers or die in order to be considered a hero. According to comparative literature expert and mythologist Joseph Campbell, you don't need to actually be a hero to be considered a hero. In the very essence, all cultures have this thing called the monomyth. And according to the model of the monomyth, all cultures define and describe heroes as someone who has gone through the 12 steps of being a hero. So you might be wondering, well, are you telling me that I should go through an adventure and probably kill a dragon to be a hero? Not even remotely close to that, because in his landmark work called Hero with a Thousand Faces, Joseph Campbell argued that throughout all cultures in history, we have been calling heroes heroes because they went through the same ordeal, they have the same stories, and they all went through the same 12 steps to be considered as someone who is heroic. Jesus Christ, Odysseus, Hercules, Luke Skywalker, Neo from the Matrix. We could even include ancient Hindu characters such as Rama from Ramanaya, and local epic heroes such as Labaw Dunggon of the Hinilawod and Lamang of Biyag ng Lamang. Basically, all of them have gone through the same 12 steps and thus were considered heroes. What's that saying? Heroes aren't born, but they are made? Well, this is literally it. And these 12 steps, which are: utilized by people throughout history in their quest to become leaders. This is precisely the reason why a lot of leaders throughout history were considered heroes before they got elected into office. It is a tried and tested method since ancient times up until the modern era and has been utilized by the famous names that we all study in history books in order to garner supporters and get power. So yes, be a hero. Step 2. Now you're a hero, of course you would need a name. It can't be just any name or even your real name. You need a title to remind people of what kind of hero you are.
Hey, you know what? There's another name you might know me by. Star-Lord. Who? Star-Lord, man.
Bruce Wayne was Batman. Tony Stark was Iron Man. Peter Parker was Spider-Man. There was Doctor Strange. There was the Incredible Hulk. So you two need a cool name.
No. I'm Peter, by the way.
Doctor Strange.
Oh, you're using made-up names. I'm Spider-Man then.
Take it from these guys. The Führer, Il Duce, Dear Leader, El Comandante, Apo, and my personal favorite, the People's Champ.
Yes, man!
Maybe I want to thank all the supporters and absolutely my fellow countrymen.
The gloves that I use in clitoris is, I like that glove, is my glove. So she uses his own glove winning. So
A lot of people running for public office actually have names aimed to remind the populace and their voters of what kind of leader they would be and what kind of relationship these leaders would have with their future constituents. You wanna be known as a brother that they can reach? Tol. You're a brother from another mother. Pare. Someone who'd buy you a beer? Chong. And if you really want to tap into people's daddy issues, you can probably use tatay and all its derivatives.
Oh, Daddy! Oh, Daddy! Daddy, I've been bad!
It's all about tapping into your voter psyche, and if you are successful in this, well, you're already 2 steps out of 5 into becoming a president. Step 3. Now you're a hero, and you've got a spanking cool name. Of course, you would need a villain. Batman had Joker, the Transformers had the Decepticons, the Avengers had Thanos, Zeus had Hades. A hero can only be as good as his villain.
What would I do without you? Go back to ripping off mob dealers? No, you complete me.
According to sociologists, this is because we humans are wired to think along social structures, and one of the most pervasive social structures there is the concept of binary opposites. So what are binary opposites? Well, these are concepts and cultures which are actual polar opposites of each other. You have lightness and darkness, good and evil, big and small, white and black, left and right, man and woman, crooked and straight, hot and cold, up and down, heaven and hell. I could go on and on. Basically what we're saying is that we are able to define one thing because of the thing that stands contrast to it. It's basic human psychology, and you could make this work for you. How, you ask me? Well, how about being the one who stands opposite to the things that they fear or outrage them the most? Be the hero to the enemies that they fear. Be the hero to the enemies that they loathe. Be the savior against those people or those things that aim to make life harder and miserable for your target voters. Surely, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. The trick here is to actually define an enemy and make your voters care why these people or these things should be their mortal enemies. You could take a page from the playbook of history's tyrants in terms of selecting who you should antagonize and who are the enemies of your civilization. And the great part here is they don't even need to be actual threats. You could actually single out anyone, and the less that they're able to fight back, the better it is for you because you'll appear stronger than these enemies. As a bonus, you can even tap into existing prejudice and outrage that people have. Because next to nuclear power, the strongest source of unlimited energy is basically people's hate. Nothing quite brings people together than hating the common things. So, with this in mind, you can start selecting enemies. It could be on the basis of their race. It could be on the basis of their religion. It could be because of their social status. It could be because they have differing ideologies. You could make enemies out of a single profession. You can even make enemies out of people with crippling drug addictions. The sky and your creativity is the only limit. Unemployment, yes, it's their fault. Recession, definitely their fault. Moral corruption, yep, still them. Crime and lawlessness, of course it's by your friendly neighborhood undesirables. Your bathroom toilet keeps on getting clogged? Well, who else could it be? We all know that this is a deliberate plot by these undesirables to take over society by clogging our bathrooms and not letting us flush in peace. Those bastards. Because again, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Or in your case, is my president. Step 4. Now you're a hero. You have a cool name. You even have your art nemesis. The next thing you need is a cause. A hero is only as big as the cause he champions. And throughout history, we do know that nothing unifies people more than a common goal. But it cannot be just any cause, because we know that throughout history, the best causes that move people to support leaders are causes that harps on the outrage of people. And since we have established a common enemy, a cause uniting them against these common enemies would be your ticket to success. But wait, packaging is still key. No matter how much they hate their enemies, a lot of people will still be put off by causes that directly say, kill and burn my enemies. It's just not that catchy. And of course, thinking ahead, if you do get elected president, you want to be associated with a just cause. Again, I repeat, a just cause. Nothing brings people together than fighting for that common good. Just ask the Crusades or the Spanish Inquisition. No, they didn't go to some place to commit genocide against the natives. They went to the savages to spread the message of God's love. No, this isn't the annexation and the colonization of the Philippines. This is the white man's burden, where we are tasked by God to go to the savage land and convert them to Western civilization. Yay, Western civilization! And honestly, it's not hard to create a just cause. All you need is a catchy slogan.
And we will make America great again. God bless you and good night. I love you.
Step 5. So now that you're a hero, with a cool nickname, a worthy art nemesis, and even a just cause, what is left to ensure that you are loved enough by the masses in order to be elected? Of course, be lovable. That's it. Yes, you are larger than life, but you need to prove to the people that you are more than a hero. You are actually a person that understands them, that knows what they need, that knows what they want, and that has the same heart that your voters do. You need to endear yourself to people. And you're asking me, well, I'm not a very lovable and charismatic person. How will I do that? It's so easy. Take a page from Hollywood. Have you ever wondered why a lot of grizzled action heroes are given the following? A cute dog that serves as his best friend? Or a domineering mom that he just can't help but fear because he's a mama's boy? Or a tendency to get tongue-tied when he's talking to the girl that he loves? Because while we like larger-than-life personalities, we like to be reminded that these people that would represent us are actually people who can relate to us. We'd like to feel that they are also human, that have the same flesh and blood as much as us. And if you are an aspiring leader, it's as simple as letting a bit of your vulnerability out. Sing, dance, direct traffic, fist pumping with some teenagers. Tell everyone that you wade through garbage as a kid. Show people that you wear cheap shoes that tend to break. Eat at that turo-turo using your hands. Remind people that you are just like them, except you do have a bajillion pesos and security detail, but still, that's not the point. And you can even go extra and have celebrities who the masses idolize to endorse you. Have that matinee idol call you kuya and tell them that you're the best kuya that he has had. Have that gorgeous chick refer to you as a dashing young man who has great principles. Take that athlete to call you coach or a great teammate that he could depend on. Have a laugh with that comedian as you trade corny jokes to tell people that you don't care if you look goofy as long as that you're having fun if they're having fun. It's all about seeming and appearing human and relatable. And if you are able to manage that, then congratulations, you're on your way to being elected president. So, there you have it. I gave you the 5 steps to becoming the next president. This has been tried and tested throughout history. It is that simple. Candidates throughout history, claimants to the thrones throughout history, have all used such tactics. Figures throughout history have utilized these steps in one way or another. Sadly, a lot of the people who were successful in utilizing these turned out to be tyrants. And maybe because this is that tyrants understand one fundamental thing about human nature, and that as a people, we are very, very, very predictable. Because as time has shown again and again, we have not learned from our history. I mean, imagine this. Our most expressive way of exhibiting our democracy and our free will is the elections, and basically, it only takes 5 steps to be elected as a president. 5 steps throughout history that has been proven to be successful. From ancient Rome to modern day Philippines, people have utilized this method in order to basically hack our elections. So the question is, will we keep on doing this? Will we not learn from history? Despite all the data that has been thrown at us, will we keep on electing people based on these 5 things? Well, personally, I hope to be proven wrong this coming elections. But, in the event that I am proven correct, well, candidates for 2028, you know who to call. But please, do register to vote, and when election comes, I do hope that we all vote wisely. This has been your Anthropologist next door, and this is RANThropology. See you next rant. Ciao.